Today, I'm inspired in my defiance by Trump's attempts to pivot to an affordability message after months of trying to push tariffs and other terrible economic policies. He has come up with ideas like a 50-year mortgage, which seems like an absolutely terrible idea for pretty much everyone that contemplates it. He's also come up with the idea of lowering tariffs as if he could be the relief to his own bad policies. He's really interested now in people being able to afford the holidays now that the government is no longer shut down. It is incredibly clear that Donald Trump does not have any idea about how the real economy works. He talks about affordability like it's a new issue. He talks about groceries like it's a new word that he just discovered. And it's the total disconnection from real life, everyday people that is the reason for these policies. Recognizing it because it is politically difficult for him to continue driving up prices and still have any support is not the way that he should go about setting policy. Policy should be derived from principles. Principles that Donald Trump and his administration do not have. He is not interested in individuals being able to afford everyday items at the grocery store. Rather, he is only interested in making sure that he has the appearance of a working coalition within the government and of the governed. Lowering prices, once you have jacked them up, is not relief. It is a recognition that you have made a mistake. And even though he is not saying that, and would never admit to making mistakes, that's what this pivot towards affordability is all about. If we had people who actually cared for individuals, for folks who are struggling, they would not be looking for ways to cut SNAP benefits. Donald Trump would not be talking about during interviews on Fox News how we don't have homegrown talent and we have to bring it in from outside. He would be talking about education. He would be talking about making sure that as many people as possible have the skills in order to create the next generation of inventions, of ideas, and the next generation of our workforce. But that's where it all breaks down. They're not interested in real people or in solving real problems for anyone but themselves. Poverty is the plan for the vast majority of Americans. Wealth and income inequality is the goal. It requires that they exploit people. It requires that a large group of Americans do not have access to healthcare, to education, to healthy and inexpensive food. And just know that whatever pivot is happening right now, if he can shore up his base, if he can convince people that the prices are going down and he is responsible, then he will have pulled the wool over our eyes once again. But I trust the American people to know that they are being lied to trust their instincts when they go to the grocery counter and their receipt is for just as many items as before and the price is 10 or 15 or 20% higher than it was this time a month or a year ago. They will see that their dollar is not going as far and that they are not being supported or helped out by the leadership in charge. And this is how we hold them accountable. If we can continue telling the stories of struggle, of how our lives are not better, if we can validate one another in our truth, and then we don't have to listen to Donald Trump or anyone else who is trying to tell us just how affordable our lives are, or how we need a 50-year mortgage in order to be able to own a home. We are not slaves to their policies. We can ask for them to do better. And when they don't, we can fire them. We can elect new leaders, and we can run for office ourselves. And the final story that I'm inspired by for this week is the fact that the Justice Department has released a memo saying that the only thing that they are basing their theory of action on for going after these boats in Venezuela is Trump's belief about the cartels. The Justice Department is said to have approved these boat strikes based upon the belief that Trump holds that they are holding drugs or that they are doing cartel business. The administration lawyers are okaying actions, are saying that they are legal, not because of proof, not because of evidence, not because of research, not because of intelligence, but rather simply because it is the belief of the leader. This is not good enough in a democracy, and it is certainly not good enough in a post-World War II democracy where there are war crimes. And when you do extrajudicial killings without cause, without reason, that is a war crime. And while I'm not all that interested in just labeling something a war crime or saying that there are crimes against humanity going on right now, I am very interested in the fact that there isn't legal precedent, that there isn't a reason to go to war with Venezuela right now. I am defiant in the fact that we should not be engaging in large-scale military actions without cause. And right now, we don't have anything other than what the president says. When the Department of Justice cannot come up with a single legal reason why this killing is happening, they have run out of ideas. And they are simply supporting a dictator. They are simply supporting whatever Donald Trump says that they should. And I feel like it's a refrain that I keep on speaking about every day on this channel. We can ask for better. We can hold them accountable. We can say, not in our name. Because I don't want another war done in our name for no reason. I don't want soldiers or military individuals or military families to be impacted by nonsense. Give us the legal reasoning. Actually talk about why you might have this policy. Actually produce the proof. If you've made it this far in the video, you either found something you liked or found something you hated enough to watch it to the end. If you're so inclined, please do leave a comment and I will happily reply. You could also like or subscribe if that sounds better to you. But I'll be here every weekday, inspired in my defiance and by my reality, and I hope you will be too.